Hello, Libra. This is your reading for the week of February 3rd to 9th. So Libra, the first image that I got, or the first thing that I got was Sarait, Sarait. And it goes back to an old show that I used to watch or see as a kid. I didn't remember the detail. I looked it up. I'll put it in the description. Basically, what I was getting with that was there's somebody with a really gruff voice in a box. The person up top is looking in it going, Sarait, Sarait. And then the lid goes back down again. And for me, what that felt like was there is a part of you that you have to just put the lid on. Okay? There is a part of your mind and a part of your thinking that you just need to go, that's it. Is it all right? All right. Put the lid down. That's it. And then what I was getting also was that it was going back to childhood. This is a memory from childhood for me. And this whole reading has an air of child energy. Not childlike, not childish, but child. So I feel like for some of you, your inner child is really kicking up a fuss right now. Two things. One, there is a lot of disturbance in the cosmic consciousness right now, in the collective conscious, I should say, because of all of the disruptions that are going on in the world at large. And that as air signs, you do have a tendency to be very empathic and pick things up. What you don't always realize is that you are picking things up and you take it on yourself and you think, oh, there I go again. Okay. So please be mindful of the fact that right now at this point in time, even more than normal, you might have a tendency to go towards the negative, to go towards the fear, and to go towards the complaints about yourself. Okay? What I'm getting here is there is a real request, suggestion, encouragement to use your mind constructively, to really take time. And you've got fierceness, do it big, discipline. You're being told you really need to choose two cards of choice. Choose how you want to work your mind. The tendency is to get into, and this is something that we all have a tendency to do, but Libras, you do have a tendency to be one of the signs that air signs have a tendency to. Libras, you really can do it quite artfully. The tendency is to think that if we analyze something enough, we're going to understand it to be able to let it go. But the thing is, a lot of times it's the trying to understand it and going back over the old story that just reinforces it and keeps us attached to it. Sometimes it's the needing to know that is what keeps us hooked onto something. Carolyn Mace talks about this in her early stuff. It's that need to understand. And Libra's very much like that. They really need to understand. But many of us figure that if we can just figure it out, then we'll be able to let it go. But what that does is it keeps reinforcing that sense of not being able to get away from it, when in fact, it's your determination to figure it out in order to let go of it that keeps you from being able to let go of it. So the thing here is you're being told, let go of that. You know, if you're feeling bad about yourself for still being stuck in something, they're asking you to try something new. They're asking you to really fiercely stand on your own behalf. Take care of that little child. It's the little child. I feel like it's that little child that is trying to figure out whatever it needs to figure out in order to know how to move next, in order how to be safe, to be secure. What you're being asked also is, in the process, when you start getting stuck in your mind, you can stop and you can say, okay, wait, there is more to me than this. There is divine love. There is a higher energy. And I am connected to that higher energy. It's up to me. It's up to my mind to remember to go there when I get stuck, to say, oh, right, it's not about the details of the situation that you are stuck with. You are stuck with a way of thinking. So what you're being encouraged to do is really look at what is the mechanism of your thinking. If it is overanalysis, okay, then the next time you go into overanalysis, intervene on the overanalysis. It sounds simple, and it's not, because of course the story has momentum because we've had it for so long. The figuring out, it's part of who we are. It's part of our identity. So it seems really strange and it seems counterintuitive to let it go. In fact, it is. Stop and say, is this helping me? Do I like how this is making me feel? Period. Yes or no? If it's no, then you ask yourself, how do I get out of it? What can I do next to change this feeling? Not how do I figure out why I'm stuck? What can I do to change this feeling? Focus on the feeling rather than the detail, the content. You're looking at the structure of the thought process, not the detail of the thought. The detail of the thought is what's keeping you locked, okay? I have this feeling like I just want to soothe your brow like you would a little kid with a fever. And it's like, I want to quiet your mind. I want to quiet your mind. And I just want to rock you and say, it's okay. You don't have to figure anything out right now. The more quiet you can be, the more you're going to know from your heart what you want to do. So please, my dear Libras, please be kind to yourself in the process of this. Notice it, but spend a little bit of time understanding how your mind works and the point at which you can stop that train of thought before it gathers even more momentum. And remember, it won't happen all at once. You're retraining yourself. You're retraining your chemical responses. You're regrowing new neurons. So when you slip back into the old thing, that's okay. The trick is at that point, don't beat yourself up for it because that's the old pattern too. Notice it, intervene, and go, oh, there's the pattern. Now I'm going to be fierce on my own behalf on taking care of me. I'm going to treat that little child that needs to be told, just calm, it's okay, you don't have to think. I'm going to treat myself like that, with that kind of love and tenderness. But I'm going to do it, and I'm going to really do it. Okay? Libra, very much choose how you want to think, choose how you want to look at your mind, but really that question, am I feeling good? If the answer is no, what can I do to change that feeling? Period. Not figure it out. What can I do now to feel differently? Now, in this moment. That's where the change happens, okay? Libra, you can do it. And really, the fact that it's escalating right now is part of the thing that's going to kind of force you to do it. And please also remember, as you're picking stuff up energetically from the group mind, you can say, and I encourage you to say, this is me, not them. Please remember that you are empathic and that you can determinedly say, I will not absorb energy from any external forces right now. I am securing myself in a bubble of golden light, and anytime anything comes at me that is not mine, I send it away with love and light. Okay? Call in your angels, ask for guidance and protection from external energy that is disturbing you. And at the same time that you're creating this beautiful bubble of golden light, you can also say, and anytime a disruptive thought enters my mind, I allow my angels to move it out of this bubble so that this stays contained and peaceful. And, of course, this is not something that you can necessarily do consistently throughout the day, but if you find yourself getting more agitated, stop, reinforce that bubble, clear it out, let it all be siphoned out by the angels. You can imagine them just pulling it out like this and cleaning it out and sending whatever that energy is back to whoever wherever with love and light. Okay? I leave you now with that, Libra. Don't lose heart. Okay? Please. You got it.